day starts with plans and activities from the moment that I wake up in the morning till the time that I go to bed at night. Whether it be going to the gym, school, practice, homework, work, sleep, a social life, we as students have become accustomed to the idea that the harder we work now, the bigger the payoff we will receive. Being chronically busy is a badge of honor, a full plate carried like a sign of success. In the book, Daring Greatly, Brene Brown talks about the numbing behaviors that we use as armor against vulnerability. She says that one of the most universal numbing strategies is what she calls crazy busy. Being chronically busy is an addiction, and one that is slowly killing Americans. This go, go, go mentality is what Johns Hopkins researchers call the cult of being busy. Being busy is pervasive, seemingly unavoidable, and it's damaging our lives. Today, we're going to tackle this busy problem by first looking at what it is, next, the causes of this pandemic, and finally, offer a solution. Amy Fletcher, the founder of Ziva Meditation, talks about how the desire to be busy is an essential part of being human. We like being busy. The problem isn't being busy, it's being too busy. Humans haven't always been too busy. It's only in the last 70 years or so that the time deficit caused by the busy problem has begun to take a toll on our health. Hans Seal, the father of stress science, published his first findings on the effects of chronic busyness in the 1940s, establishing the idea that being too busy is, in fact, not a good thing. Yet 70 years later, after Seal's findings, we still find ourselves packing our schedules with activities from dawn to dusk and training our children to be busy from an early age. Understanding the dangers of being too busy first requires us to understand how the body responds to stress. Stress is at the roots of many physical, mental, and relational issues and stems from this constant state of busyness. A stress response is one in which the body responds physically to a perceived threat. When the body senses danger, it releases endorphins to help us escape this danger and the adrenaline to numb us the pain. The body provides the first signals that we have been too busy and the stress levels are mounting. Burnout, disease, and long-term effects on the body are commonplace with chronically stressed people. Being busy can feel good from the rush of all of your activities from this adrenaline, making this busyness feel good. However, it can damage our ability to connect with those in our lives, being present physically, but emotionally distant. This can damage our ability to maintain our relationships and recharge our social batteries. And it's another result of, you guessed it, chronic busyness. The always on, no room to breathe, hectic pace should make us want to take a step back and decompress. But instead of taking a step back, most Americans lean in, doing more to make up for the lack of time that can never be met. But why? Why do we drown in this busyness? For some, it's a sense of unrealistic expectations. For others, it's a lack of focus. But there's a more common scenario. People like being busy. Tim Creeder, author for the New York Times, states that people are busy because of their own ambitions, or drive, or anxiety. They are addicted to this busyness and dread what they might have to face in its absence. Idle dreaming is often the essence of what we do, wrote Thomas Pynchon in his essay on the deadly sin of sloth. Archimedes, Eureka in the bath, Newton's apple, Jekyll and Hyde, and the benzene ring. History is full of moments of inspiration that come in idle dreams. We don't take the time to be idle, and that's what we need. We as a society need to put an end to this constant glorification of being busy. It isn't a badge of honor. It's a failure of meeting one of our most basic needs, downtime. Laura Vanderman, an author and a well-known speaker on time management, states that we need to first start by tracking our time. Next, we need to stop and admit that we are in this busy trap. Finally, we need to slow down and truly evaluate how our schedules make us feel. Physician and author Lisa Rankin suggests that we make time in our schedules for succulent days, or days when we have nothing scheduled, because idle time is essential. I saw the constant hours of all my activities and practice of perfection at home as part of my identity, but I needed to see what it was doing to me. Once we hop off this busy hamster wheel constantly spinning, we can see that our priorities might not be what we should be prioritizing. I took the time to work on myself for me, because in the end, that's what we all need to do. Today, we talked about the busy problem, explored the causes of this pandemic, and finally offered a solution. Being busy is not an identity, it's a problem. And it's time that we all start looking at it as such.